Wives, how do you help your husband remember what you want in foreplay? That's what we're talking about today. Foreplay in marriage from a wife's point of view. Hi, I'm Mary Whitman Ortiz, Christian sex educator and relationship coach. And on this channel, we talk about how to overcome struggles with sex and intimacy by providing communication and connection tips. And today's question is, how do you help your husband remember what you want in foreplay? So there's some things that I need to challenge you with to think through so you are ready for this. First of all, ask yourself, what is the biggest goal you have with foreplay? Is it to feel sexually aroused and ready for intercourse? Or is it to feel safe and loved enough that you can give yourself fully to sexual intimacy? Well, I have to tell you that both of those answers are correct. It may not be identical every time that you're going down that path, but you definitely can pursue that. And actually, that's my second point for you. It's acceptable to want both. That is something that you will need to communicate with your husband. I want to be physically ready, but I also need to be emotionally ready for sexual intimacy. And truly, that emotional part is sometimes overlooked. But listen, it's not true intimacy if you don't feel an emotional bond. And you're not flowing in trust if you can't give yourself to that place of intimacy. So if that type of connection is something that is difficult for you, then it's going to be a challenge to make sure you give some attention to that. But also about the physical arousal, listen, that is a couple's role and responsibility. It's not just one spouse, not their role to make that happen. It's up to both of you, for you both to be aroused and at the place that is mutually satisfying. What else do you need to be thinking about? Well, how can you ask him in a way that he gets it? All right, I know that there's a lot of pushback on this. So I'm going to encourage you to deal with your own resentment first and to deal with issues often so that resentment doesn't even happen. Because if there's resentment, then truly a wife is going to be like, no touchy the toes tonight. And we don't want to live that way. That is maybe a temporary scenario that you haven't had time to deal with an issue and you need a breather, a break, which is also normal and healthy. But you want that lifestyle to be where you're minimizing those issues. What else do you need to do? Invite him to that place of arousal. Invite him to bring pleasure to you with your guidance and your encouragement, not a critique. You want to be responding. You want to say, hey, remember that one time when you did that one thing? Yeah, baby, let's do some more of that. We don't want the you never and you always. We don't want judgment as a part of the arousal process. It really will not bring arousal. And also, wives, I need you to remember, as a woman, your body changes. You aren't going to want the same things every single time you are intimate with your husband. He doesn't know what you want today. What flavor is it today, right? So you have to know within yourself what you want in order for you to express it, in order for your husband to engage with what you want. Woo, that's quite a lot. And I have to ask you, was that helpful? If it was, will you please give me a thumbs up? And now I have a to-do list for you to make this happen easier and better. So number one, know what you like and want. And ladies, this might be some time alone for you to be thinking about it, to be visualizing it, to be practicing saying it out loud. Wives sometimes have been brought up with a culture that they're not supposed to think about sex, they're not supposed to enjoy sex. So that's part of what you have to get over. This is your challenge. But when you make peace with that, then everything is going to be smoother and easier. Number two, you need to give your mental yes. It's not just your body that is going to be responding and participating. It is your whole spirit, soul, and body. And I love that God made us spirit, soul, and body. And He designed sexual intimacy to be this complete place of oneness. So you and your thoughts saying, yes, I am ready. Yes, I want to participate. Yes, I want my spouse to be intimate in this very private place. All of that happens all throughout the process of foreplay. And really, you have to prioritize intimacy. You have to decide it's good. Actually, God said it's good, and there's so many benefits when you have a happy and healthy sex life. Wow, your entire marriage is strengthened. Your family is has more peace. There's just I could go on and on. The spirit, soul, and body benefits of a healthy sex life. What else do you need to know? Number 4, can you suspend your mental checklist? What am I talking about? Oh, you lay down in the bed and you're like, oh my gosh, did I put the laundry? Did I shift it from the washer to the dryer? You start thinking about everything, your daily responsibilities, and you need to be able to suspend it temporarily. So you're letting it go. You're not crunching through all those details while you are giving yourself to intimacy. And number 5, you need to focus on the physical sensation. So it is a a mind activity happening at the same time that the body is perceiving all of the sensation. Because you do connect everything, so let's do some connecting. Be thinking about, oh, I do enjoy that. Oh, that does feel good. Oh, I'm so glad that we're doing that right now. So when you are in that place, you're going to respond. You might give verbal language feedback, you might give sounds, you might give expression on your face. Your whole body can be responding on that, and that will help your husband to know, she likes this. Hey, and that gets you to both of you to the same place sooner and better. But listen, you might need some more help with this. So I love to tell you about my arousal pathway relationship tool. It's a video and a study guide, all the information you need to make arousal happen better for your marriage. It even includes a script to some of the things you might want to say, some of the language you might want to give to sexual body parts and activities. So please check the link below for the arousal pathway. And thanks so much for joining me today. Remember, God's design for healthy sex is fulfilling and thrilling intimacy in marriage.